Well, they get sorted. Work out what's going to happen. Are we live? Says excellent connection. Where's that? Where's all that? Says I'm live. I am live. Hamish, you okay? You Hamish? Thank you for joining in, mate. Hope you're alright. I am just trying to get set up at the minute. It's telling me that an error has occurred. But I don't think an error has occurred at all. Turn this down. How are you doing anyway? Are you okay? Yeah, come out of this and go back into it. Maybe. It says excellent connection. So it's a bit of a, well, it's a very unplanned live today. I've just been out with the xmaxx to give it a bit of a blast around, pretty locally, just up and down the road. And as I came back, just popped it up like a curb. And as it hit the curb and went to pop up, I heard something crack. I thought it would have been the front diff. It's on power, it's okay. But then when I hit the brakes or go into reverse, I get this. Well, you can sort of hear it. In fact, no, I bet you can't hear it because the camera's got noise cancellation on it. And I don't know how to turn it off. But yeah, you'll have to believe me when I say it's not making the right noise. But the front diff's okay, so it's something back here. So the answer is take the back end off. Well, if I'm going to take the back end off the xmaxx, I may as well put live on, and if somebody wants to join in, they're more than welcome to come and join while I stand here and take this apart again. Now, this xmaxx loves being taken apart. And then on top of that, just as I started the live, the postman has delivered something for me. I know what that is. Hopefully we'll get into that and we'll test that out. Something for the Italian, that is. So once I'm set up here, and I can see what's happening. There we go, that's probably a better screen for me to have on. So I can see live how it goes. Can you see? Is the view okay? I'm going to start probably taking the wheels off of the xmaxx because it's massive. Well, it's DPD letting me know the Amazon parcel has been delivered. I know, it's here. I have it. It is here. So how are we all? What are we all doing on this much better, I must say, weather-wise? Definitely here in the UK. What are we all doing on this lovely day? I've been out to try and run my xmaxx just a little bit. It's let me down. The best, most reliable basher in the world, apparently. Mine's been taken apart lots of times. Let's get rid of these wheels. Oh, come on. I'm not stand there. Barry, hello Barry, thank you for joining. What has happened to the xmaxx? Well, a very mild run it was having outside, nothing crazy. I'm bringing it back to the house and there's a curb outside, and as I drove it up the curb, I blipped the throttle, as we do, because we all want it to do that like hop up the curb, and something crunched inside. I just thought instinctively that it would be the front diff. It's not the front diff. I've taken this apart. As you can see, the bumper's off already. I've done that off live, took that out because I thought it would have just chipped one of the teeth. But that's all good. And as it turns out, it's something back here. So I'm getting drive to the rear, but when I look in and I can see that centre shaft, it's not spinning. So I've either smashed up the centre diff, or the input that goes into the drive shaft has rounded off. But if you know xmaxx's, you'll know to get to any of that, I need to take the entire back end off. So to take the entire back end off, I thought I may as well put live on. And if somebody wants to join in and have a chat while I'm doing it, more the merrier. But I'm going to be here taking the xmaxx apart, so I always think, well, if I'm here in Grenchen, I may as well put the live on. And then if anybody wants to spend a bit of time and ask some questions, just watch what goes on, they're more than welcome to. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for dropping in. Vodka. Oh, mate. I'm guessing you don't have an xmaxx and can't afford one. Bless you. I don't know. Oh, yeah, Berry, sorry. Yeah, classic xmaxx. Yeah, Odgers is basically saying this car's a piece of shit. And it sucks. Like, you suck, you're a low life. That's up to him if that's what he thinks. So he is sat at home on his keyboard watching this low life. So if I'm low and he's sat thinking I'm low, how low is he? Yeah, that's the Odger there. His other two messages are being held for review. They've not been posted. But he is trying to give us some crap on the live. So give him some back. And let him comment because it all helps. Views and comments are views and comments. Luke, hello. Hi, mate. Thank you for joining us again today. You've been busy these days on YouTube, yes. As I set up the live stream in the garage, whenever I'm doing anything in here, I just think it's nice to put the live on. And if people join in, they can join in, people can have a chat. So, yeah, very, it might be the centre diff or the drive shaft input, like you said. Yeah, it's got to be one of those things. So we'll tear into it and we'll have a look. Mrs. Crash and Bash. Do you need a hug? I think he does need a hug. He's clearly not had enough love in his life, bless him. Bless him. I'm not bothered, he's not affecting us. I mean, check out his channel, see what he does. Because I bet you it's not a lot. Harry, yeah, my xmaxx had been sitting for more than a month now because you've busted the front hubs. You've ordered the XRT ones. That's a good one to get. Um, Mine had the RPM ones on it, and I broke the RPM one. So these are now, I think they're now the ones off the XRT. I think I could be wrong. I'm sure they're the heavy duty ones. Are those the GPM hub extenders? How are they? Yes, they are the GPM hub extenders, and they're very good. But what I will say is, don't buy these 24mm ones if you still want it to be a crazy xmaxx and rock and roll around, because these are too wide now. It makes the handling brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I want it to be a big stupid monster truck. I want it to roll around and get up on two wheels. And it just doesn't anymore. It stays planted and skids flat and lovely, which is good, but I think 24mm on each one is too much. They're too wide, if you get me. I would reckon about 12mm would be the best. Hey, Rock Rider, thank you for joining in, mate. Good afternoon. You broke it. Yeah, I broke it. I broke it and I wasn't even doing anything crazy. Um, I'd literally taken it out down the road by my house. There's like a tarmac track, and then just leads to like a dirt gravel track. So I was down there playing, ripping it around. It's been having a bit of fun down there. And then I came back and just literally outside my house, I drove up the curb and blipped the throttle as it goes up the curb, and it crunched something. I thought it was the front diff. The front diff. But I've taken it all apart and it's not the front diff. So when I look in here now I've got the wheels off, I might be able to show you a bit better. So when you look in there, beyond the spur gear and pinion, you can see the centre shaft, just a little bit of it. Well, when you go on power, the back wheels want to turn, but the centre shaft doesn't spin. So it's something in there. Now, me and Berry have already decided that it's got to be either the centre diff has just took a major shit on me, or the output from that centre diff has worn out in that shaft. Don't know. So we're going to have a look. But I thought, as always, if I'm going to be here and I'm going to dig into this, I'll put live on. And if people want to join, the more the merrier. But it's better than just standing here on my own. So I put live on, and then you lovely people come and join me, which is nice. It's nice to get a couple of people in. We did have one idiot, but we deal with the idiots in a very brash and bash way. We offer them hugs. I need to tidy up a bit here, don't I? I've been a bit of a mess. I've only got 3 tyres. There's the 4th one. But the xmaxx performed great right up until it didn't. Springs look good. I'm happy with how they turned out. We were spraying them yesterday on live. I think they've turned out just lovely. Can you all see? Do you want to move anything? Is everything okay? You must tell me things. Well, you can see there, the bumper. Right, let's move that out of the way. We'll put that on there with the tyres. So I did, before bringing this into the house, I've hosed it down outside. Not that you'd think so. But my plan was, I was literally going out with the wife and the dog. I was going to run this for 20 minutes or so. And then I was going to spray paint the body. Because why not? Because it's just a black body, isn't it? The unbreakable body. Well, on the Max, I've sprayed them. The Max body's been all kinds of colours. It's been blue, it's been silver, it's been orange, it's been black. So that's what my plan was. I was going to spray the body, not on live, because as I learnt yesterday, live stream is great, but when you're spraying stuff, you literally end up watching paint dry. And even for me, stood here doing it, that's not that exciting. So I wasn't going to live stream me spraying the body. But now this has happened, may as well live stream. May as well. Clear a bit of space. Clear the work area. If I do it with the drill, you can't even hear that, can you? I'm worried about using power tools before because of making noise and it affects the audio. But I'm not sure now with the noise cancelling thing on this. I don't even think you can hear it. What's everyone else up to then? What have you done with your Saturday so far? Oh, I have actually. Oh, hi, Tiana. Hello, Tiana. I have actually got an Amazon delivery that literally just turned up before I went live. Or it might have even turned up just as I went live. I've got this in here, which is exciting. Yeah, I wonder what they are. They're for the Italian, they are. Not that size. Stick all. I don't think I need this on tiles, do I? Now I've taken the wheels off it. Are we going through there? Yeah. So I know already before I get into this that I haven't got the spares to fix it. Um, but because I don't know exactly what's wrong with it, because normally what I would do is I would order the parts that I need, um, and then take it apart, fix it, and put it back together all on one live stream. But because I don't exactly know what I need, this may as well get stripped down on the rear end, and I'll have a look. I mean, I do have some odds and sods, spares and bits and bobs lying in the garage, so I might have a spare, who knows? I've not had the back office for a while. Oh, the back bar, I forget about that. That's going to have to come out, definitely. They need to come out. So let's whip them out. Yeah. And then the bash bar will have to come off. It's going to be that. Whip them out. And then tomorrow's going to be a pretty cool day because, well, maybe. Mark will be coming down tomorrow, and he's bringing one of the new basher bodies for the 6S Big Rock. And we're going to drill and fit all the things that go onto that for him, and then hopefully go out, well, depending on the weather, go out with the Big Rock and the Italian. But that will depend on weather. Today was decent weather-wise, so I could not go. Do you know what? Why every time I come on live, a screw decides it doesn't want to play ball anymore. And this time, it's this one. You know what that means? Oh, I've got a slight turn on it. What's that, Barry? About the hub extenders. You say it might be better to buy the 12mm ones, right? Yes. That's my personal preference. I think, because these are the 24mm ones, they're too wide. Um, you lose a lot of the fun of being an xmaxx, but it's very stable. You know, there is that. It depends what you want from it. They've caused me no problems, and they are fantastic. But yeah, I would go with either the 12mm ones or stay with stock. Although you say you had an XRT. Oh, you put in XRT things on, aren't you? Yeah, so no, you want it to be, well, I want it to be an xmaxx. I want it to be a crazy like, dog that just runs around and tips over all the time. That's what makes it fun for me. So yeah, I would if you want extenders, go with the 12mm ones. Would be my advice. Not righty. Fit in your SST steering servo and those fast tracked, the black wheels at the moment. Nice, nice. It's a great truck, mate. It really is a great truck. My my SSTE, oh, you know, my SSTE has caused me less problems than this. Yeah, this has definitely caused me more issues than the SSTE. Not that size. That one then. Maybe. Sprint Rider, I was right. The Mach 6 does not fit. Well, it's a big ESC, the Mach 6. You probably could shoehorn it in somehow, but really it's not needed. It doesn't need a Mach 6, definitely not. Not in the SSTE. Oh, I can't get that out. People run the Mach 6 in these in Xmaxes. I don't. I got a Max 5 in mine. But it's not even tight, that. It is turning. It's just the head's completely gone. I wonder if I can get it with these. Not really. I don't really want to get the grinder on it for that. Although, I probably could. I could get the grinder on it. Yeah, right, as soon as you sat it on the chassis, it was obvious. Obvious it's not going to fit. Yeah, they're massive, aren't they? Max 6 is pretty much what I've got in the Suga. But it's the Spectrum version. There's the Spectrum ESC, the older orange one. It's just a hobby wing. Just a hobby wing Max 6. Yeah, in my SSTE, I've got the Max 8 G2 censored with the censored motor. And it's geared quite high, but I only run it on 4S. Because on 4S, we put one of those GNS speed meters in it, and it done 53 miles an hour on 4S. It doesn't need to be any faster than that, not unless you want to speed run it, but the thing is mental. And yeah, on 4S, that's plenty enough for what I want to do with it. You know what? The time I've spent messing around trying to get that out, I could have already done the grinder trick and it would have been out. I just now need to find the grinder. Over here. Is it over here? I'm still here. I know I've gone off camera. I'm running away. Just getting the parts. I'm fine, don't panic. It gets serious when this comes out. It's a weird place for it to be, though. Well, fortunately, I'm not going to be able to get that. No, okay. Though, really want to start cutting the chassis. Not fucking delicate. But we may have to persevere with this. We may have to do some perseverance. I wonder if the elastic band trick would work. I've never tried it myself, but people do it, don't they? Where you put like a rubber band on the hole and poke that in. Put one away. It ain't that, is it? Oh, yes, good. Put that on there. That on there. So unfortunately, the grinder's not going to work there. I do need to get a Dremel. Oh, I've got a multi-tool, but it's at my old place of work. I just need to go and pick it up from the farm. I could get the multi-tool with the metal cutting blade on it and just cut a little slot in that, and that'd do. So that doesn't fit. But there's nothing simple. Right, this screw definitely isn't going back in here. Make sure I throw this away. A good old hammer. Give it a hammering, why not? Come on, it is coming. I mean, so is Christmas, but it is coming. So I'm that unprepared for this live stream. I didn't even bring my usual teardown. This was just unplanned. It's gone for live stream unplanned today. To be fair, right, I'll let you into a little secret. Most of Crash and Bash is unplanned. There is never really a plan. I always start out maybe with a plan or an idea, but I always go way off that. Go off plan, something else happens. But I always have fun. It's working. Yeah, that is well and truly rounded. Whoa, you can't do major RC surgery without tea, I know. To send a message to Mrs. Crash and Bash very nicely and say, please, could you make tea in that big Miyoki cup? Ah, in this cup that I've got down here, I need it filling with tea. See, this is why I need a kettle down here. Because then we would live stream making tea. So that'd be good for viewing. Yeah, this screw is moving slowly. Maybe with some better pliers on it. Look, I'm not going to get them, am I, on their own turn? Oh, well. Oh, I will. This is the slowest progress ever. Mrs. Cash and Bash, where is my Meotica? Um, yeah, love. Does you want me to put it on the step outside? I'll deliver it to the step outside as soon as I get this screw out. Unless you're going to come down. You want to come down and be on another live, you can stand there and chat to Ryder. I'm going to sing everyone a song. Oh, come on, screw. As good as out that is. Let me go and put this cup outside so I can get myself some tea made. She is good. It's very good. There we go. That's it, leave the cup out there. Hopefully it'll be collected, filled with tea. Not today, I'm shy. Yeah, I'm me. I'm shy. I don't like the camera. Yeah, that bloody screw. Ben, we're not having that. I'm not putting that back in. I will have to find another one. Right, now I've destroyed that. Hopefully now, the rest of this process is going to be simple. Where's my bit gone? That's them. That's that. The motor's going to come out, isn't it? Because it comes on the plate. So we'll unplug the motor from the ESC. We will pull the fans off because they're going to stay with the ESC. Then we'll take these out if we can get to them. What was the best way to get to them? Gamer, hello gamer. Did you miss me? Always, mate. We value everybody. We like having people around. What can I not get? I'm not taking them out already, have I? I'm not being silly. Where is my meth blue? I tried to. Oh, mate, we've already had one idiot. It was quite funny, but we sorted them. It's, why can I not get them out? If they're rounded off, I am in trouble. I don't see how they're rounded off. They can't be. Shed a bit of light on the situation. Oh, I think they might just be full of dirt. Possibly. Possibly just full of dirt. And we've had this in. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're winning. Hopefully now the back end will be off this in no time at all. Well, here's a little question for anyone still in and listening. Lipos, cheap lipos, you mean lipos. Are they any good? Has anyone got any experience with them? And what are your thoughts on cheaper lipos versus more expensive lipos? Because personally, every expensive, I say expensive, every sort of upper brand like Gen Ace that I've had, they do last okay and they have good punch, but I can kill them just the same as I can kill a cheap lipo. And it sort of pains me to go out and spend £100 on the lipo that is more than likely going to get thrown out of my truck in a bad crash and break. And it doesn't matter how much you spend on a lipo, you slam them into the concrete or slide them down the road at 40 miles an hour as they've came out of your truck, they're going to break. All right, those screws are out. Rider, that's a long question to answer. Have you tried Yumi lipos? That's a shorter question. There's three of them out. Come on, last one. Out you come. I'd strap that in somewhere, shouldn't I? Rather than have it dangling on a cable. Screw is out. I just need it to come out of the chassis. A magnet, maybe? Stick a magnet on it. Ah, Rut Rider, yes, I have. And I'm about to buy another pair of Yumi batteries. Are they any good, mate? What do you make of them? Um, I saw some on Amazon for a pair, and they were at a very good price. So good that I couldn't really just leave them. Um, Hence why I've got an Amazon box at my feet here. But I don't know, if they're going to be any good. From reviews and things that I've seen, I've had a few uh, reviews I've read say they're very comparable to the Z lipos. Now, I've had Z. Yeah, there we go. Right. I've had Z. Yeah, okay. All right. I've never had Yumi. I don't, yeah. Is it Yumi or Yume? No. I don't know how the proper pronunciation is, but yeah, you know the ones I'm on about. You know what I'm on about. Okay. What else? Nothing. That is it. Back end off of the X-Men. There we go. I'll move this bit out of the way. See, that's all good. I think it's the centre there. Yeah, because all that's okay. Ah, I think my centre diff has taken the wonderful. Right, what's the easiest way to get the centre diff then? Can you all see? Yeah, kind of. Mm, Delivery. So the cells used are cheaper cells, often of lower density, of a quality lipo. If you are drawing them at their maximum of the C discharge rating, it can last a decent time. That does not mean they are bad though. Lots of consumer cells are saying facing and soldering is what makes the difference. Yeah, fair enough. Good enough answer. I'll take that. Well, basically, in this box, I can get it to the floor, bloody box. Well, shall we open it and have a look before we get into the xmaxx? Now we started talking about it. Actually, first, give me a second. E. 1 second. We're just out here. I will get it. Hat. Excellent stuff. And that ain't only tea. Chocolate biscuits as well. We want one. Okay. He's a good wife. Thank you, Mrs. Crashenbass. Oh yeah. Good tea. Yeah, let's have a look at these lipos then. Yeah, they're four. Just to give me a bit of runtime, extra runtime in the Italian. But I know that the Italian is a power hungry little beast. You know, oh, nice shout out to Mrs. Crashenbash. Yeah, absolutely, mate. She's a good one. A definite shout out to Mrs. Crashenbash. There we go. They are. They're only 5250C. When we get this to work, maybe. But yeah, I don't imagine these are going to last much longer than 10 minutes in Italian. Does it focus? Oh, it does focus. The camera does focus on things. But still got a lot of learning to do with this. Live streaming, YouTube setup things. I don't know what I'm doing. I just make it up as I go along. Just guess. I just guess. Well, they're packaged well. I'll give them that. They are packaged well. There we go. Yeah, it's fine either. More, but 5200 milliamps. That's not going to last me long in Italian. It really isn't. Thing will munch through these in no time. And that Dean's connector will be going. Um, that'll be straight off. What? No stickers? Nope. That's it. That's a big instruction book just for a battery. We're not reading them. So they will be checked later on. Yeah, that is mental. That over there in the box. Yeah, the price difference of that. That's a Carnegie Rapid 6000 milliamp 4S. And that's the 3S that's just turned up. Bit of a difference in them. Bit of a difference. We'll see. They won't be wasted anyway because when I get the slash back up and running, they'll go in the slash. I'll run that on 3S. Although I'm probably going to put a 4S system in it. It'll mostly be run on 3S. Right, the quickest way to get to that centre diff. Yeah, you have to take all this off. Yeah, I think you do. Well, let's do that then. It's pretty typical, isn't it? The xmaxx has sat there for weeks, being fine. I ran it for probably 15, 20 minutes, and it was fine. It done good. And literally jumped up a curb and decided, nah, I've had enough. Bloody xmaxx's. It is a beast. They are good fun, but it's turning out that they're not the most reliable things in the world. My Max and the Hebeo, they're reliable. They seem to do very well. This arm, so the out in no time. The springs look good though, don't they? A good spring, but shame about the dip. Enough broken inside there, wonderful. Well, that's that out. Suppose if I take the tops off here, I will then be able to get to the top of the disc and start making that out. It's the only problem with the xmaxx is to get to the centre diff, you do have to take a lot of the truck apart, and I've just got that screw into there. Yeah, a lot of the well, basically the whole truck has to come apart just to get to the bloody centre diff. Because you don't have to do that with the armour, do you? Or with the Hebeo. Yeah. Oh, can I see where that screw went? Oh, I will get it. We'll get to it. Now, take these six out. Yeah. Whip these out now. Come on. Out you come. And we're not going to be able to get that up because it's mod 1.5. Everything just wants to battle it today. Everything wants to battle me. There, out. Loosen all these as well, I believe. Because they hook into the top, don't they, of that cover. Yes. You must want to come off now. You can't still want to be on there. Right there. You off to work? Sevens. Bye. So, eldest teen off to work. I didn't want him off. Hey, there we have one centre dip. Now, how am I going to test if this is the problem or not? Got it out. So I'm going to have to pair into the diff, aren't I? I think I'm going to have to. I think it is a must. It's filthy, I know that. This is a dirty job. Bits everywhere. Right. Take. Sip the tea. Yeah, because I was getting drive everywhere else. And it was a case of when I looked in, that would have been touching this diff. That all looks fine. There's no chip cut smash teeth on that. That feels good. There's no. Oh, do you know what? The rear diff has got a few teeth missing. Is it the rear diff? Can't be. Can't be because the back tyres were turning. And when I looked in, the centre shaft wasn't turning. Which tells me the problem is in here. Maybe the rear diff has just got chipped teeth. That hasn't caused me a problem yet, but they may as well be changed. I haven't seen that. Yeah. Yeah, the problem is definitely in here. Look, I can hold this, the centre shaft, and this turns, but it feels lumpy. Something's broken in here. 100% something is broken within that centre diff. Right. More bits apart. We'll move this out of the way. It's all okay. It is definitely this that is the problem. No, not really. That end. Yeah. Yeah. So it is whatever's in this side of the diff. Oh yeah, that is where my issue is going to lie. Well, the teardown continues. I've come this far. Why stop now, eh? Why stop now? What? Nope. This. Yeah, well, that wasn't even very tight. None of these, none of these are tight. Wait, so if none of them were tight, no, because it can't. The bearings. I was wondering then if none of these were tight, has it just opened up and something slipped? Oh, it can't. But it's sat in there. Where's it sit? That way? Yeah, when it sits in there, it's held either end by a bearing, and they're locked in top and bottom. So you can't really move. Oh well, let's get into it and we'll have a look. We'll certainly find out, won't we? But I'm almost 100% sure I haven't got a spare, not for inside this diff. Which is a shame, because now my xmaxx is going to sit in bits. I don't want it to be in bits. There's a lot of bits, that's my trouble. Forget how it all goes back together. I shouldn't, it's been apart that many times. Oh, that's that off. That's that now. That goes in there. That's that bearing. Are they the same size bearings? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So what do we reckon's happened in there then? Smash teeth pieces? There's going to be no teeth left or nothing in here, is there now? This is some thick goop in it. You know what? I think I put 500,000 in here with my part silicon earplug. So it wasn't locked, but it wasn't far off. Well, the seal's okay. You know what? I haven't got any brake cleaners. No, chamfered side down they were in there. Put that there. Pull them out. From the first little look, I was expecting to see like broken teeth and all sorts, but That does look a bit warm. Should have had gloves on, shouldn't I? It's too late now. It's too late to worry about that now. Hey, Martin Prince, how are you doing, mate? Thank you for joining in. Says, oh, hello to Mrs. Crasherbash. Hope this day finds you well. Mrs. Crasherbash is very much in the good books at the minute because she made tea for me. I forgot when I started the live stream, I forgot to bring tea down. And she's very good. She delivered tea to the door, so very good. And hello, everyone. I hope you stay fine and safe. It does indeed, mate. I'm safe and well. How are you? Well, I'm doing much better than my xmaxx centre diff. Let's put it that way. This thing is not very happy. It just decided to start slipping. And as yet, I haven't really come across anything that's shockingly terrible. You've been playing on the patio. What of RC car? That's ace. What have you been playing with on the patio? I took the xmaxx out to play, literally to do nothing, and it still broke itself. Tiana, I may have my XRT like you promised. I haven't got an XRT to give you. We'll get one. One day we'll get one. Although, that keeps giving me problems. I don't think we will get another one. None of them feel terrible. They look terrible because they're all covered in crap. You to clear all this off and have a decent look at it, but it's really not looking all that bad. So I don't understand why it was slipping. I was really hoping. I mean, part of me was hoping it was the centre drive shaft. I was hoping that it had rounded off one of the splines, but it hasn't. Compare Mrs. Crash and Bash. When she goes to the Maldives, you can have an XRT. Yes, well, that's fair. I think that's a very fair grade. I'm looking at bits of this and thinking, oh, is that a lump of metal? But it's not. It's just really thick, horrible silicon. That was an odd noise. Yeah, Mrs. Crash and Bash next week. Yeah, why not? Try and book it in. Book it in with buttons. Paper, not was it bubble money? That's what kids used to call it, isn't it? What are you going to pay that with? Oh, I'm going to use my bubble money. You going to do what? Right. This is not right. One of these must be smashed to bits. Must be. Or had it just come loose? It's rare if it's just come loose. I mean, I'll be happy if it has, but oh, I've got some petrol. Petrol will clean all this grease off, won't it, to have a look? Pour it in a little tub, give it a scrub. Hmm. How peculiar. Martin, yeah, I think you need a bigger hammer. I definitely need something. I certainly need something, mate, because it definitely was making horrible noises. It had lost drive to the front. I've taken the front diff apart, and it's fine. I've noticed just as I've taken this apart, the rear diff has actually got chunks missing or chips missing off some of the teeth, but it wasn't slipping. The centre diff felt terrible. And then when I come to take the screws out of it, they felt loose. So I'm wondering if it had just come loose. If something had moved and not sat right. Yeah, I keep seeing these, what I think, and think, oh, is that a chipped tooth? But it's not. I pick it out and it's just a bit silicon, soft and squidgy. Very strange. I mean, I suppose one option is just absolutely pack it full of silicon nail plugs and hope for the best. But I don't really like that. You know, this has had a bit of silicon in it, but I don't like them to be totally locked. Um, because I like it to have a little bit of slip somewhere. Otherwise, that is when you do smash teeth up. Hmm. And we don't want to be smashing teeth up. I am wondering if that was the case. If the screws had come loose, and it had slightly opened a bit, which then meant these were the sun gears, those. They just weren't touching enough. If that's in there like that, we put this on here. Indeed. As I tried, before even taking this apart, I did have it in my hands and turned it, and I could feel that one end was definitely slipping. It wasn't happy. I don't feel too happy now. It's all turning. Weber Farm, hello. Do you have any SAE sockets? I don't know what that is. What's an SAE? SAE? Are you having me on? Is this a joke that I've not picked up on? What's an SAE socket? A SAE socket. Anybody? Anybody any idea? 'Cause I have no idea. I like sockets in inches instead of metric. No, I don't think I do. I haven't actually got many sockets at all. Yeah, 3/8, half inch. No, mate, we're all millimeters here. And the only one that I use on a regular basis is my 17 to get my wheels on and off. I've try that in there. Actually, it's probably the best way. No, not really. Do you all use miles per hour or kilometers per hour? We use miles per hour here in the UK. Yeah, Root Rider's got a bunch of them from working on old cars. Right, so if that's on there then, is that lined up? Yeah, that's lined up. Oddly, we use both miles per hour and kilometers. So metric tools, but not metric speeds. Bit odd, isn't it? Yep. It's a funny old world. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of it that's a bit backwards like that. Yeah, when you think about it, there's a fair few things. I can set my car to read in kilometres, which we do sometimes just for a giggle. We've done it the once because I've got a digital dashboard in the car, and we wanted to know if it went to 3 digits, so like over 100, because we know it had 2 digits. So we wanted to know if it went to 3 digits. So we changed the readout from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. So obviously, when I was doing 60, it read 120 or whatever it is. No, 62 is 100, isn't it? 100 kilometers, 62 miles an hour. Yeah, and I think your boxes use stone for weight, not pounds or kilograms. I think, yes, when we weigh ourselves, generally, people will say stones. But I think the pro boxers, it's all in kilograms now. I think. Speaking of that, the boxing's on tonight, which I shall be watching. Well, it's probably started now, all the undercards. I say I'm going to watch that tonight. I'm down here. Right, so with them tights. See, that's tight now. I am really confused. So had that just come loose? Have I taken all of this apart? Because those screws had come loose and the diff had opened slightly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Won't have, yeah. Yes, the boxing. Yeah, that's on tonight. Yeah, Mrs. Crash and Bash, we use stones instead of pounds, but also kilograms. That's what we do, yeah. Some people will tell you their weight in kilograms. Interesting. I'll have to visit over there one day. You're more than welcome to come over. We're very friendly, but where I am, I'm actually in Wales, like the very western part of the UK. Sort of bang in the middle, but all the way over to the west. That's where I am on the coast. Rider, we've been incorporating weight and unit measures from all over the world since about 1200, yeah? So we get all sorts of oddities. We definitely do, mate. It would have been rare for me. In fact, it happened a lot when I was working. I'm a carpenter by trade. So I've done carpentry and joinery since I was 14, 15 years old. And I'd be at work and you'd measure something and it'd be, oh no, I need it at 8 foot by 1200. People would be like, you've measured that in inches one way and millimeters the other way. So yeah, whatever works, isn't it? They were the numbers that were easiest to remember, so I remembered them. But people would go mad at you. We've measured this in both inches and millimeters. Yes. And some of them are much older than that. Restaurant rider. There's weights and measures for all sorts from a long time ago. Zundap. It's time for the pub, Danny. Come to the pub then. Zundap, close to France. Nice area there. Well, yeah. If you're in Texas, we're closer to France than you are, I suppose. But it's still not local France, not from where I am. Still a fair drive. And then a ferry or a train either over or under the sea. Pub, I agree with. Let's do the pub. This diff has baffled me. It really has baffled me. Hey, Rocky Mountain Bashers, hi mate. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? What kind of a day have you had? Hopefully your day's going a bit better than this. Doesn't I took the xmaxx out and the centre diff started slipping. I've lost drive to the front. I've stood here with it and done this, and it slipped and it didn't feel great. I went to take screws out, these were already loose. I thought that's never a good sign. But I've taken it all apart, looked at it. It looks okay. I've got no chipped teeth, there's no missing teeth, there's no like glittery bits of metal in all the rope that I've taken out. I've put it back together now, dry, there's no oil in it, and it's tight again. I don't know what's happening with this. Yeah, that feels lovely. What is going on with this diff? I think I think those screws had backed out. That's mental. Yeah, that is mental. Maybe I should just pack it full of silicon earplugs, bolt it all back together, and forget about it. Put it back in the truck. What do you reckon? Does that sound like a plan? I mean, it is a plan. It's probably the wrong plan. It's a terrible plan. I have earplugs. We have a fan. What time do the pubs close? Our bars close at 2 a.m. I want to really party when I go. It depends where you go. Some areas, the pubs will kick you out at half 10, 11 at night. Then you can go to like nightclubs or wine bars and things like that that'll stay open till 2, 3 in the morning. Well, if you get the right club in some villages and towns, you get friendly with them, you can get a lock-in where at 11 o'clock or midnight, whatever it is, they literally lock the doors so nobody else can come in. You can stay there and drink until 4 or 5 in the morning. It depends where you come over. But you can easily drink in lots of places. And then wherever you stay, if you've got like an Airbnb or something like that, it depends where you're staying, or a hotel. Some hotel bars will be 24 hours. Zundap, we are close to Rotterdam. Ooh, nice. Weber fan. I love fish and chips, Mars bars, sticky toffee pudding, and TVR. Yes, mate. TVR makes some lovely cars. The noise from them are awesome. Maybe you can put, yeah, they're very nice. They are nice. TVRs are nice. So V8s, I love V8s. They do make good noises. I do often get to play in my mother's got a V8, which is ridiculous. My mother is, I think, is 70 this year. Pretty sure, yes, she's 70 in September. And she wanted a really fast car, so she's bought a Audi S4 and then had it remapped and put full stainless steel exhaust on it, front to back. Um, and that thing just growls everywhere. It's about 400 horsepower now, four-wheel drive, quattro Audi, mental. Yes, this is Crash and Bash. There are some amazing chippies in the UK. There are some terrible ones as well, but You do get good fish and chips in the UK. Mm, Mrs. Where should I visit if I go? Mrs. Blackpool, the party town, Vegas of the UK. Blackpool is an eye opener. It ain't nice, it ain't pretty, but my God, you could go there and party. Most definitely. And they've got a massive roller coaster there. That's where the big one is. It used to be the highest and fastest in the UK up until this year, I think, or late last year. Um, I like roller coasters. I used to. I don't know if I can ride them anymore, but I'd give it a go. I've only been out once, I suppose. Yeah, you don't want a TVR. Yeah, they're not known for reliability or safety or handling. They do make a good noise and they do look good, but you will spend a lot of time working on them. Yeah, Rut Rider, because they look great, but most drive like a Trans Am. Yeah, agreed. Oh, V8 noises. Cobra? Cobras are nice. Vet, yeah, very nice. Yeah, Weber fan. I have the USA version of a TVR. Can anyone guess what it is? Hennessy? No. Kind of a Hennessy. Don't really know American cars. Some Dodge thing. Challenger. No, that's not a TVR type thing. That's massive. TVRs are made of plastic. Yeah, AC Cobra, I reckon. That was a good guess. Oh, Mark's RC. Hello, Mark. How are you doing? How's your day gone, mate? You've been out today, haven't you? How's that gone? Right brand. Which one? The AC? Not the AC Cobra, but a different AC. Manual 6 speed, 2 seats. Hmm. A Viper, yes. Yeah, I said Dodge, didn't I? Dodge Viper. Must be that Rut Rider. Must be. Come on, Weber fan, tell us. Ding ding, 2003 Dodge Viper. Is it red and does it have stripes? What a car they are. Is that a diff in your hand? No. No. Would you believe me if I said no? Yes, mate. It's the centre diff of the xmaxx. I can't figure out what's wrong with it. Right, and my dad delivered the first two Vipers imported into the UK when I was younger. No way. Red but no stripes. Fair enough. Still cool, mate. Still very cool. That is very cool. Yeah, Mark. My centre diff. I was out with the xmaxx driving round just gently up and down the road, outside the house. And then I'd gone down where we walked the dog, ran it down there in the dirt a bit, skidded it around, came back, jumped up a curb. I'm doing like backflips off the fence and off the wall and all sorts. Literally hopped up the curb, and as I blipped the throttle to jump up the curb, I made a crunch noise. I thought, not good. Not good. I instantly thought it was the front diff. It wasn't. Turns out it was something to do with the centre. But when I took this out the car, these four screws, I could literally turn them by hand. That end, it just came out like I thought, So has this opened a bit and then like not touched the gears because I just completely lost drive to the front. But I've taken this all apart and had a good poke through with everything, and it seems okay. So I've put it back together, right? I've put nothing in it, and now I get, I'm getting drive. So I don't know. I think what I might do is take it back apart, put some of this more familiar weight in it. I've got if there's any left. Yeah, put a lump of that in it with an earplug and bolt it back together and hope for the best. I don't know what else to do because nothing's broken. Nothing's broken. Yeah, awesome rider. Weber fans. Your input rules are way better than ours. We have to wait 25 years to import anything that wasn't sold here, unless under very specific circumstances. Yeah, I've heard that. But you're now, is that you're getting like an influx of the Skylines, the Nissan Skylines, because they're about 25 years old now. The older ones, not the newer ones. Do you all have issues with rust over there? And if so, what do you use to help prevent it? If you live on the coast, yes, things rust. We use, if you're clever, you'll get your car undersealed. The paint basically that goes on, underseal everything. But a lot of modern cars now, most of it is aluminium or aluminum in your case. Um, yeah, but yeah, they don't rust as bad. Now I drive around in a 20-year-old French car that just refuses to die. And every time I take it for its MOT or it goes to the garage, I'm up under it with the mechanic. Like, is it rusted yet? He's like, nope. For God's sake, why don't you die? But it just keeps going. It's approaching 200,000 miles. It's battered, but it doesn't let me down. It starts and it goes and it stops, and the gearbox is good. Renault, no, it's a Citroen. A Citroen Zara Picasso in beige. It's the most boring car ever, but it's lasted the family. It's a great family car. It's like a van. I used it when I was doing carpentry as a van. Take all the seats out of it and it's comfortable. Yeah, it does just keep on going. Now, Mark, you'd say that it wasn't engaging the mesh properly. I think that's what it was. I think that's all it was. Robbie, hi mates. How are you doing, Robbie? I'm not happy with you anyway, Robbie. After seeing that video, not happy at all. I watched you on that car park with that Traxxas rally car doing your reverse entry drifts and then shooting off and just giggling to yourself like a 6-year-old girl. And I thought, oh, I need one of them now. Cost me money. That looked loads of fun. 3S as well, Robin. That thing is mental. I definitely want one. Definitely. Yeah, Weber fan. The R34 GTR market is insane here. I bet it is. They're not cheap here, to be fair. They're not a cheap car, but I know over there. I was watching some on YouTube where they were saying it has gone mental with the price of them because you couldn't get them there before. The Bale VTE got power into it today. That's exciting, Robbie. Just powered up or ran? Did it go run? Rut Rider, the R34 market is insane. You could get a 34 GTR for about 20 grand before they became US legal. Yep. They're well over 100. They're not worth that. They're a nice car. I like them. They're cool. They've got a nice sort of following. They're not worth 150. You paid 3 grand for your first R33 Skyline. Yeah, that's a better price. I'm a fan, Rut Rider. My kind of guy. Nice to be amongst other car enthusiasts. Yeah, I like cars. I love cars. I'm well into them. I just haven't got the budget to fund an expensive one at the minute, but I will have. Now the kids are a bit older, I have started looking at nicer cars, but having 3 kids growing up, um, you know what it's like. They just like rubbing things into your seats. You find sticky sweets in the back seat of your car that have been there for months on end because they've poked them into gaps. If you ever make it out here to Texas, stop by and we'll take the Viper for a good drive. They are, Rut Rider. That is an offer you can't refuse. I might come with. We'll all go. Should we go to Texas? I do like the idea of Texas. I watch all the programs that go on out there. The car scene does look pretty good out in Texas and Utah and all that. And then, oh, Max off road is Utah way, isn't he? The things that you can go out and do there is amazing. I don't know why I was looking for somewhere to wipe that. Put that there. Ryder, I've got relatives in Texas, but we've never had contact. Yeah, it happens. You know, I've got relatives in Wolverhampton that I don't talk to. They're only like an hour away. That's an open invite to you all. That's it. Pack our bags. We're going to Texas. Let's go to Texas. What was that other? I used to watch something else in Texas. Bring the missus crash, yeah, and she and my wife can go shopping. Yeah, she does love shopping. Yeah, she said it. I love shopping. Yeah, yeah, she'd like that. Martin. Had my fast cars. Now at an age where comfort with the Mercedes is just right. Yeah, I bet it is. You'll love Nyman Marcus. Is that like a shopping centre? Precinct, I suppose you call it, don't you? Shopping centre out there. Oh, thought I had it and it had gone. Texas, there's a TV program filmed in Texas where he makes cars. Gas Monkey. I used to watch that all the time. I haven't watched that for ages. Phone's bibbing. That's the wife. Stood here waffling. I've not put this diff back together. I've just stood here chatting. It's nice. It's all good. All good. Put some more of this in. Yeah, Gas Monkey close. Out in Dallas, yeah. And where's the Formula One track? I'm not a Formula One fan. That's Texas as well, isn't it? I mean, it's massive though, isn't it? I think here in the UK, for somebody especially like me that's never been out to America or places like that, we don't understand how big it actually is. You know, when you guys go on road trips, you can drive from one place to another long distance for, 16 hours? We can't do that in the UK. We could go from north to south. Easy. Easily. Austin, yeah, that was it. About 3.5 hours south. Yeah, see, 3.5 hours south. And that's still in Texas. Whereas, in the UK, in 3.5 hours, you could cover most of it on a motorway at motorway speeds. Yeah, I need to experience it definitely. Yeah, Texas is huge, isn't it? Must do it one day. I think that's what we should do. We'll go on a holiday to Texas. Where's my towel though? That's it. It is here. Right, we'll put this back together and hope for the best. Suppose metal into metal. I could put a bit of thread lock on these, couldn't I? Yeah, there you go, look. Mrs. is up for it. She's up for a holiday in Texas. I'll go to Traxxas headquarters and slap them for letting me buy an xmaxx. You promised me this thing would be reliable, and I've had it in pieces more than I'd like to care for. They can have it back. Send it back. No, I'm being mean. I do like the xmaxx. It has had a lot of work done to it, though. It does get tiresome. Texas as well as the Maldives grades. Yeah, that's what she means. Yeah, both. It'll be the Maldives, and then we'll just go straight to Texas, one after the other. That was a bit too much Loctite. Get this other screws. Weber fan, I've subscribed, so hopefully I'll catch you guys soon. Gotta go and grab a cheeseburger, large fries, and a Diet Coke. Mate, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. You are more than welcome to come and join us anytime. Thank you for subscribing. Check out like thoughts and all that. I've done a load of stuff. But thank you very much, mate. Thank you for dropping in. It's very nice that you've given a bit of time for me here on this little island that we live on. Thank you, mate. Maybe one day you'll see this xmaxx working. That'll be novel, won't it? I'm going to make sure these are tight now. I thought it was odd when I took it out that it was loose. Yeah, they are tight now. They are not coming loose. Let's go round them all in a star pattern, making sure they're all tight equally. Yes, tight. Over there. It's tight now. It was that end before that was slipping actually, wasn't it? The bottom end of the diff case. So let's see if I grip hold of that. And no, don't cry at me because I'm holding the teeth. I'm trying not to. Yeah, that feels like a nice bit of diff action going on there now. Yeah. So it wasn't doing that before, it was literally just spinning, but it would be if that had pushed off. Right, let's drink a bit of tea and get it all put back together. Oh, that's cool. I've just been informed by Mrs. Crash and Bash that I am now 2 subs away from 850. That's cool. Thank everyone that has subbed. That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, that goes up there. We'll put that back on there. Oh, yeah, it's still fine. There we go. There we go. Right, now let's move in here like that. Correct. Yep. That's going to go in there like that. Uh-huh. And now let's get it all put back into an xmaxx. All right, give me a clue. What have I done with the back end of it? Am I being stupid? That's it there. Like lost the back end of an xmaxx. Getting mad. It's been too long. Stood here waffling. It's nice. I like having a chat. I'll gather up all there. Plonk it all there. Plonked down. Now, while I'm here, yeah, there are a few little chips in that rear desk here, though. Not very pretty looking. Put that in there. I'll pretend I've not seen that and carry on. That is lovely, though. Yeah. Okay. Drop that in there. That's all good. That all sits lovely. Won't be able to turn it now because of the torque of this motor. These TP motors, my God, they got some torque behind them. They are seriously powerful. With this bit of a clean. Nice bit of a cleaner. Does anybody know what time the main fight is tonight if you're into the boxing? Because I'm sure some of the undercards will have started. What else is people into apart from RC cars? Can I get that? Go straight back in. Maybe I have to pull that back out. There we go. Well, that will then sit in there like so. And then that needs to go on top like so. And now is when I look at all the screws and go, where did that one go? Where did this one go? I've got a rough idea. They're longer ones, they're shorter ones, and they're also longer ones. So yeah, we can put that there, that there. There you go. There and there. These two shorter ones go here and here. We can make sure that it's changed right now on the torque settings. Yeah, yeah. There's that. Mark, who's boxing tonight? It's that Berbatov and I think they've changed the guy that's fighting him. He's had one of them were ill, and then on super short notice, they had to get another guy in and fly him out there. I think, but it should be quite interesting. That's all good. That is all good. What's that Rut Rider? Sorry, I've missed something there. Do you have the standard width hex hubs on your Hobeo? Yes, mate, all standard. I think. I don't remember changing anything on that. Yeah, all standard on this. Yeah, yeah, everything's standard in there. Nothing special, no upgrades. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is on. It is on. Yeah, so standard hubs on there. Well, you're not having issues with yours, are you? I forgot what I was doing. Putting this back in. No, I don't think it was. It must have been the top one. Are you still up for tomorrow, Mark? I'll be here. I hope that this works. So much for spray painting my unbreakable body. That plan's gone out the window. Yeah, mate, should be good to go, mate. Sound? I'll be here. Ready and waiting. Chris Leonard is phoning me. Sorry, Chris. I would answer the phone and chat to Chris live, but I tried that the other day and the camera cancels his voice out. So you can hear me talking to him, but you can't hear him talking back to me, which kind of is pointless. Yeah, sorry, Chris, if you can jump on the live, have a say hello. Oh, is that all now back in? See, look, this does lovely diff action. It's so bloody tight. That's all back together. That on there. I'm missing. I should know how to put this xmaxx back together in my sleep. Bloody nightmares about it. I've done it that many times. This is the pain. Getting there though. We are getting there, bit by bit. And then, yeah, tomorrow will be good. I don't think we're going to live stream it though tomorrow because I think both me and Mark don't know what we're doing. Are you telling people what you've got, Mark? what you're doing, and what we're doing tomorrow, or is it being kept a secret until it's done? I will happily tell them. Ah, do you know what? I got that screw in there, didn't I? And I never did get it out. There it is. That was easy. I'm glad I remembered that. Get that wedged in between the mod 1.5 gears. That will bring things to a very quick halt. That would not be good. I'd be like slamming the brakes on. Oh, no secrets, mate. Tell them. Right, well, Mark has bought the Basher body for the Big Rock 6S. I think Mark was one of the first people to buy one. I think they made 20 of them, and Mark was one of the first, if not the first person to contact them and say, I want that body for my Big Rock. And he's bringing it here tomorrow for us to swap all the furniture off the original body onto the new Basher body. Because I think you have to change the sort of mounting points on the front and the rear and all the front grille and the lights and things like that. But it all needs drilling and fitting on. I did get some drill bits today, Mark, so I've got some 2 mils, 3 mils, 4 mils, and then upwards from there. So we should have the bits to do it. All the gear and no idea. That's what's going to be going on tomorrow. But yeah, I did think about, should we just stick the live on? We'll just stand here and do it. But I think most of it will be us chatting to each other, scratching our heads, not knowing what to do. And then you mostly just get like a clip like that at the back of someone's head while we're doing something. So we might just film bits of it and put a short out once the body's done. And I'm looking forward to it because, well, as I say, they're a brand new thing. Right, it's all that back together for me to now attach it to the rest of the truck. I think it may possibly be. I think so. I'm not missing anything, am I? All the bits are in. I can put the bumper on after. I'm not worried about that. Yeah, that can all go on after. Right, let's try and attach it back to the truck. I'm going to create myself a bit more space. Rid of this box. Get rid of the box. We'll put that in. Um, and then at least I can push some of these down. Oh, my tea's empty. Ah, not for long. Nice tea topper. Keeps us going. Oh, it's good tea that is, love. Thank you, Mrs. Crash and Bash. Nice cup of tea, that. Right, xmaxx. I keep saying, right, come on then, and then I do nothing. I just stand there. I suppose I better do something. We'll try and put this back together in the hope that it works. And I've got a few other things to do. Um, we'll test this, of course. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't make nasty, horrible noises. It probably will, because I can't see that I fixed it by taking it apart and putting it back together. It's had No new parts. Oh. Ah, I'm glad I noticed this now and not after I've put a load of screws in. Rider, will there be a video of the completed truck? More than likely, mate. More than likely, depending on weather and whether it's dark or not by the time we finish. Um, yes, there will definitely be a bit of footage of it. But there is already footage on my channel and on Mark's channel of the Big Rock 6S that he's got. It's not standard. No, anything that Mark's got is never standard. Mark does like to build things, huh. But there is footage of the Big Rock 6S doing some impressive jumps on both our channels. So if you want to see the sort of things that he's going to do with it and why it does need a basher body, check them out. I'm so glad I remembered the centre shaft. Well, that would have been annoying. I'd done that, didn't I, with one of the others on the live stream. Come on, in you go. Drop in. Don't pinch my fingers when you go in. Just go in nicely. Behave. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. Come on. I knew it went together too well the first time. Oh, tea. It's okay. Come on. Yeah, come on. Savia. Normally they just drop straight in. I normally hold them like this, make sure everything's lined up, which it seems to be. It's a bit of a twist. It's bloody motor. It's not connected, is it? That's there we go. Now it drops in. Now it's dropped in. That was interesting footage, wasn't it? Me balancing an xmaxx on my head. A man of many talents. Balancing xmaxx on my head. This thing is so massive, you just lose everything. Fills the space too well. Hey, well, that's the first screw in, so it can't fall back out now. So let's move this bumper over here. Let's now. I'll drop them, it's fine. I can stay down there. Now let's put, I believe it's these. 1, 2, 3 and 4 back in to the motor. Yeah, these are full of dead. I thought they might have been. That's why I struggled to get them out. Let's dig them out of all the dirt that's in them. Oh wow, yeah, they are full of dirt. It's another tip and trick for you there. Before you remove any screws out of your truck, especially if you've been running it in the dirt, get like a thinner tool or a pick or anything and dig out all the dirt that's in there, and then it'll give you a better chance of getting that screw out without it rounding off. That is better. Once that in there, wind that round. That's good. That one is okay. We'll start that in there. No, get rid of this bloody sticker. DP power sticker. Just getting in the way, so we've got rid of it. Clean the dirt out of that. It's amazing how they fill up with dirt. I suppose if you run them in the dirt and they get dirty, you have to sort of expect it. Okay, and now that one. Come on, drop in. There we go. We're slowly winning. We are slowly and surely winning. Let's speed things up slightly. Go. Made light work of that. Now, which ones of those? Well, I threw one away, didn't I? Because it was no good. A lot of screws left over. Seem to nearly be done. It's never a good sign, is it? Put this in. Ah, a lot of them will be to hold the bumpers on, of course. Which we've not got on yet, so that I'm not too concerned about. Let's get this in. Nearly there, nearly there. Soon be, well, I suppose now, actually, I could stick the tyres back on this and test it. Let's plug this motor in. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the too much. I don't need it on for testing. That can just live there for now. So there's 2 screws that are going to go into there, 2 that are going to go into there, which are probably them. I think there's 2 more to go in the bottom, 4 to go in the bash bar, and then the front bumper, because I think now, I'm pretty sure we are almost there. Yeah, yeah, all them are in. Yep, checked. They're in. Right, screws to the bottom. Right, you found. Should we click that on? There's no reason why that can't be clicked on, is there? There we go. That's all. So we'll turn it over. Now, getting these buggers in can be a bit of a task. It's just threaded into the plastic. I hope, I really do hope, the backing for this bash bar hasn't moved away when I was hammering. No, that feels like it's gone into something more solid. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Do these bash bars actually do anything? I don't know. They can't do it any harm though, can they? I mean, they must add a bit of strength. You can see mine does get used. It's definitely taken some hits. Nice and tightened down. There we go. Yeah, good. Put that on. Two more screws in the bottom of this. Into there. And that one is full of dirt. Get this. Dig the dirt out. There is out. So, oh, I'll put that up in a second. Okay, won't put that in the way of the camera. Now, I think I can put the wheels on and power it up and test it. But I know for a fact that earlier on I wasn't getting drive to the front when I was doing this. That's so hard to turn this motor. Why struggle? Let's put the wheels on. All the screws are in, I think. Pretty sure we've put it back together mostly right. There's the wheel nuts. There's a bumper. We don't need that. We don't need that for this stage. Okay, that's that one on. Wheel nut up. And we'll put the next one on. Tighten that one up. We're 17 back together now. That's in reverse. That's now forwards. I'll deal with that. And with that. Look at the bloody state of me. That's going to want to fall off on me now. Where this comes in handy. Wedge it there. Take this off. Need to like get a wider camera, don't I? Need a wider camera for the xmaxx. You can, I think, lightly drag your view like that. I know you don't see as much of the back of the bench, but you'll see more of what goes on just off the bench. Is that on? Oh, almost. As close to on as it's going to get. This one. I'm going to stick the batteries in it. Oh yeah, my new set of 2 3S's have turned up. They're a lot smaller than I was expecting them to be. I don't hold much hope that they're going to give the Italian a lot of run time. But it's a 6S set that can go in. It's more than what I've got. So I haven't got a lot of 3S's at all. I've got 4S's. That's most of my stuff either runs on 4S or 8S. I have considered just putting an 8S system in the Italian, near it down, run it on 8S, just turn all the punch levels and everything down. Right, how am I going to do this now? So when it's on there, earlier when I tried turning this, yeah, try to pull the front wheel. There is only one way to find out, and that is to power it up. So it does work. I'm not going to go mad with it. So I need that Loctite to set, I guess. But I'll know instantly if it doesn't work. I need a controller for it now. There's the controller. Turn that on. Oh, Rider, you find running 2 3S batteries to be a pain. So glad you're using 6S packs now. I did think about just buying a 6S pack. Right. My thinking behind it is, if I've got 2 3S's and one cell dies, I've only lost 2 cells. Whereas if I've got a 6S and one cell dies, all those other 5 cells are like lost in that battery then. Now I will cut open batteries. I've turned 4S's into 3S's and I've made my own 3S's out of other cells. But yeah, that's my only concern is if you lose one cell in a 6S pack, you've lost the whole pack. And of course, the slash that I've got will run on 3S as well. So If I've got three S packs, I can use them. Fire this up. That's I'll unplug that fan because it's quite loud. I can't unplug the motor ones, unfortunately. Okay. Now see, normally when I'm testing, I pull my phone down on the gimbal, but you're not on my phone on a gimbal. How am I going to do it so you can see? I don't know. Come on, I'm going to do it now. I'll just have to believe me for today. Whether this works or not. It's only fixed it. That's mental. Yep. We've only gone and fixed it by taking it apart and putting it back together again. I genuinely didn't think that was going to work. I'm amazed. I am amazed that that's worked. I really am. Let me see. If I turn the camera? Let's see. Okay. It's nice. Hey, I fixed it. I can stop doing that. I did a backflip in the garage again. Oh, I shouldn't be trusted with these toys down here. But it definitely works. It definitely 100% works. Let's bring you back to the bench. Okay. Might as well turn it off now. Let me turn it off. Oh, I do like a free fix anyway. And I bet Mrs. Crash and Bash likes the free fix as well. She doesn't have to ask me now, how much is that going to cost? Nothing, love. I fixed it for free. Do another backflip for 2 subs. If people will sub for me to do a backflip, then I'll do it. Like, not me personally, the xmaxx. The xmaxx can do backflips indoors. You shouldn't be encouraging me to do things like this. But yeah, comment. If you're in here and you want to see it do another backflip, comment down below. But if you're not subscribed and I do a backflip with the xmaxx, you have to subscribe. Is that fair? Is that fair? Can we move it over here then? I'm going to move this. That's going to stay there. We'll move my little stool over there. Let's get to 850. Can do, we can try. I'll do it. Shall we set the camera up so you can see again then? I'll turn the camera like this. Move me out of the way. Because you want to see over there. Tighten that down a touch. Okay. Somewhere like that. Backflips for subs, is that what we're doing? No one's agreed to it, I'm just going to do it. It can definitely do it. And especially with no bumpers on, it does backflips easy. There we go. It does love a backflip. Motor in this truck is just insane. It really is. It is crazy powerful. Got the xmaxx catching on that. So we do one more. It's always the last one that kills it, isn't it? It's always that. I'll just do one more and then it's broken again. I think I could probably turn reverse down, couldn't I? I think reverse is a bit savage. I reckon with full commitment, I could probably nail a double. I reckon easily nail a double backflip off that. Right, if you've not hit the like button on this one, definitely do it. If you're watching the stream and you support the channel, please hit the like because it does help and it makes me feel happy. The xmaxx likes it. There's too much she's saying. I can't go back into the house until it's 8:50. Keep picking on this. It's not fair, is it? It's just not fair. Why would you do that? I need a bigger garage though. I could do some awesome stunts then. We'll have an indoor stunt park. I could get the big ramp out, but it's fill this gap, the big ramp. It's 6 foot long. I'm going to leave it at that. I think I need to stop. I'm having too much fun. I'm trying to break stuff in the garage. Oh, that's funny. Feels heavy. You've got like doing that. Let's put it off. It's a bit loud. There we go. Bring you back to the bench. There we go. Back up on the bench. Right, that is that then. xmaxx fixed. It's done backflips. I've had loads of fun. I hope everyone watching has had loads of fun too. I always have fun. Always are just fun, aren't they? I will, I suppose, try and create like an indoor bash area. I did a smaller basher. I'll do it with the max. Get the max out and do stunts in it. We did before, didn't we? We got the ramp out and sent it off the ramp. Awesome. That has been epic. Thank you everyone for staying. If you're not subbed, please do. It does massively help. I appreciate all you guys that have been with me for the last, I don't know how long, 2.5 hours, getting on to 3 hours. It was unexpected, unplanned, and we've managed to fix it, so I'm happy about that. I thought when I was out, I was a bit disappointed. I did swear at it quite a lot because I have had no end of trouble with this. Oh, if I can fix it by just tightening screws and then it's fixed, I shouldn't really complain, should I? It does do well. I do batter it. It is bashed fairly hard. Um, yeah, I'll end it there. I'm going to go upstairs, get some food, and yeah, get some food. Boxing on maybe. Yeah, rather nice sitting here working on RCs. Well, that's it, mate. That is it. This is what I think. I would be here doing this anyway. I spend hours in the garage working on stuff, so I may as well go live. I think, and if people want to join, they can join. We can join in. We can have a chat. We can just sit and watch. I appreciate that people give their time. Time is precious to us all, and I do genuinely appreciate that people sit here for the long haul. It is awesome. I am now going to go. So thank you very, very much for staying with me. Honestly, I do appreciate it. Keep looking out for new content coming out. I do want to get out. I've not been out this week, so I haven't got a video coming up yet. But if I can get out tomorrow, if I can get out Monday, I will get out. I will film something. Normally, it's going to be an RC car going off a ramp or doing something stupid. If not, I'll continue. Well, I will continue to do lives anyway. In fact, I'm hoping to get the Talion out tomorrow, so we should get some Talion on 6S footage tomorrow. That'll be ace. Right, I'm off. Thank you very much for staying. I'm going to work out how to end this. And again, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, definitely come back again. Thank you so much. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.